Hey guys, um, I'm not gonna be able to do live stream for probably a couple of days. I know I said I was going to, but I just found out to be able to do it, I gotta be able to get a text from YouTube, which right now I'm having problems with the top-up card I just got. I called my cell company, and they don't have any record of the top-up card. So they told me I have to take it back to where I bought it and get it exchanged. So I'm not sure if that's gonna happen for a day or two or what. So that's out. Was gonna get more um videos up and running, but right now I'm having trouble finding a program to cut down the videos length. Because most of my videos I've done so far are like 45 minutes long or longer. So I have to come down in the parts, like probably like 50, probably like 20 minutes each, 25, something like that, depending how long they are. Do maybe like three, most of them will be doing like two parts. Some of them will be like one part, or depends on how long they are. I did a bunch over the summer when I didn't have internet or anything, so didn't do the whole summer, just the end of it. And then I got sick for a while, so I didn't do any. Wound up in the hospital a few times. That's not a good thing, because I was already told if I wind up in the hospital again, I don't make it out. So, I mean, my health is bad. But what can you do? It's not like the virus or anything like that. Few heart attacks, stroke, all minor ones. I mean, killed off most of my family, but old in my family is like 65 years old. My father died at 34 of a heart attack, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I definitely shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but that's no fault of Troy's, trust me. He tries to get me to stay still, but in my family it was you worked until you died. That's the way it was. That's the way it is. So nobody can blame Troy for anything that happens or anything I do. I know for doctors told me I'm on a 5 pound limit. I'm not even supposed to lift 5 pounds. It's supposed to be under 5 pounds, but the way it works in my family is the day you stop working is the day you die with a tool in your hand. Hell, my grandpa, my father's father, the day he died, he had a tool in his hand. Every time he had a heart attack, I would go crazy, and everybody's like, well, until you're on the ground, there's nothing we can do about it. And I grew up with all old timers. I didn't really grow up with kids around. So me and kids never really got along because I was never into kid stuff, and I wanted to work. They wanted to play, so it didn't work out. Even when I was in the crib, I was told at 3 years old, you took. My father used to bring home a Snap-on Mako tools and stuff and give them to me to play with in the crib. If you took my toys, I could care less. If you touched those tools, you got smacked with them. I was never a normal kid. It was always about work. That's why I do wood. I mean, I used to enjoy it. I was the log splitter. I mean, I still do. It's just I just don't enjoy the paint. But I like going gathering wood and getting it. And this time it's not just for heating our house. It's actually for other purposes, like the mill. And what we can't use on the mill, we chop up the firewood. So it's a win-win situation. You know. But sorry for the mess, but yeah, I'm still moving it. I'm still putting stuff, trying to figure out where to put stuff and clean. And when I got this place, it was nowhere near this nice. I mean, it was dirty, but for the price that I got the place for, and it's set in a it's set in a guy's yard for probably 10, 15 years, and they used it for storage, so, it is what it is. It was dirty. I'm still finding places with dirt. I mean, there's places in here where I just cleaned yesterday, and you can't even tell I wiped everything down. But, yeah, they found another mass on my kidney, which I'm not even gonna bother having tested, because if it winds up being nothing, it was a waste of money, and I owe them enough. And if it is cancer, I don't want to know. I got enough shit to worry about other than worrying if I got cancer on my kidney. And bronchitis is, I don't have it right now, but I am on one of those inhaler things. I think it's the same thing they give to asthma patients. I mean, it's the same type of, spray bottle with this other thing in front of it. But I don't know if it's like the same steroid, but I don't know if it's the same exact steroid. I'm guessing because it opens up the airways when I can't breathe. But, nerve pain's getting worse and worse. What can you do? That's just the life I chose. Might not get rich, but I'm sure trying. Finally found my camera, but my webcam is all hooked up, ready to go. As soon as I can, get that straightened out, I'll be doing live chat every night. Not this late, but it'll be around whenever I gotta get home. As soon as I get home, gotta relax for a few minutes. Gotta clean up a little bit. I got all kinds of stuff I gotta do before I get on, camera and stuff. So, but I always put in on my channels, in camera, and if you use, excuse me, guys, dinner and stuff didn't agree with me too well. I had a piece of chicken. I don't eat much either, so. But I'm getting there. Got, I got internet. I don't have cable. I can have cable if I wanted to. Easy enough. But don't even want it, so. Because all I do is watch videos anyways. I got a drink. Plus, after that bullshit with Jesse Scott, I'm not feeling too hot. My blood pressure's through the roof right now. Those damn trolls. So I wish they'd man up and come after me. I might be a dead body, but I'm fearless. You know, I don't take shit from no one. Never have, never will. There's a reason why the football team in my high school, after the little head, what's he called? I forget. It's the head of the football team. You know, the leader pretty much. After he threatened, he wanted to fight me, and then all 5 of his boys were gonna jump me. They found out I wasn't scared. They had a choice. I went up to the school that they were going to play. They were playing in the way, and they had 2 choice. They heard me in the stands rooting for the other team, calling them all kinds of names, talking all kinds of shit, because I was pissed that they were going to jump me. And then they realized it wasn't such a good idea. As well, they knew they would never play football again if they jumped me. And so that night, I went up there. I was rooting for the other team. I was calling them, "Hey, you bunch of scumbags! Give up, you little girls!" Shit like that. I mean, I was talking mad trash. Then the whole team came after me in the stands. I jumped over, went after them. I was gonna take the whole team on, and then the opposite team thought I was one of their schoolmates, so they came after them. Then everybody realized it was me. And then team said, "Screw this." They went after the other team, and then the coach realized it was me, because me and the coach, he was a gym teacher, he liked the boys in the gym class. And I didn't let him live up to it. My uncle's shit warned me about him. I almost knocked him out a few times. I got stuck in special ed gym, so I didn't have to deal with him. Me and him never got along. My uncles even knocked him out a few times when they were in high school years and years ago. My high school was fucked up. My high school should have been shut down. It was pretty screwed up. And the worst part about it, it was run by millionaires. And, so, I mean, people got away with anything. They bought, they just paid everything off. And so that night when I was up there, they went after the other team. The other team went after them. The coach realized it was me. And then they told him, he went over and said something to the ref, and the ref called the game. And they all ran in a hurry to get away, and then I got talking to the other team. And I'm like, yeah, they only called it because it was me, and they were like, "Oh, we knew student." I'm like, no. It's like, I go to that school. It's like, I just can't stand them. They're a bunch of pricks. And then me and everybody got along and shit. We hung out. So everybody had to leave and stuff. But those trolls just drive my blood pressure through the walls when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They got their heads so far up their fucking asses. There ain't any kind of men that can say it to my face. And that's not a threat, that's an invite. I look at it this way. If you're man up to talk shit, you should be man up to get knocked out. Like me, I don't talk shit about anybody. At least nothing that's not true. Like the trolls are a bunch of scumbags. It's a known fact. Nothing but a bunch of terrorists. And all terrorists should be put to death by the government, but that'll never happen. I mean, YouTube should shut these guys down, but well, they won't. They don't care. So people like us have to suffer because somebody don't want to do their damn job. That's the only thing I love about DIY too. We don't allow that bullshit. We don't allow stress and all this shit. Everybody's in control, so when these assholes come around, you can ban them from your channel. You can, erase their comments. You can ban, and then you let us know. We'll ban trolls right and left all day long. I don't care. We don't put up with that shit. I mean, sometimes shit slips by us, but I mean, it's just me and Troy, doing DIY too. So it's not like we have thousands of people working for us. It's not like YouTube. If you look up the history of YouTube, YouTube was started by 3 guys that used to work for PayPal. So they had all the connections to the big companies, the big money, the banks. And with me and Troy, it's just whatever, Troy's got most of the money in the company and done most of the work. Or pretty much all the work. He paid all, for everything. I help with, whatever I can do. Now that I'm out here, I can help more with stuff, but like right now, we have a few issues over there with equipment and stuff, but, we work all day and then we work all night. I mean, just because people don't see Troy working, or he's not doing a video on something, don't mean he's not working. Because, I mean, he's got to program, he's got to learn how to, use new equipment, and all kinds of stuff. So it's not like he comes home at 5 o'clock and then he puts the speed up and done for the night. Then he's got YouTube stuff to deal with, house stuff to deal with, DIY to deal with. So it's not just like normal video, somebody just making video. Programming takes a lot. Like me, I'm looking for a program to cut the length of videos down. I've never done anything with video before. It's the first time I ever had to do anything like this. I mean, the videos I did do online, I just made them, threw them up there, and that was it. They were what they were. Oh, by the way, kids, I know I got a dirty mouth, especially when I'm irritated like this. I try to keep it clean. But like I said, I'm having a really bad day. And when I'm in a lot of pain and not doing well, I tend to have a dirty mouth. Don't get the habit. It's a bad habit, and